All right, y'all. How are y'all doing tonight? Haven't seen y'all in a while. I'm sorry for that. Been real busy, work and stuff like that, and looking at houses because I'm, moving and moving locally. I won't be moving out of state. This is, to me, is one of the greatest states in the United States. I live in Florida. Just want to get on here and make a video. I've been super busy with work and stuff like that. I haven't neglected you guys or not thought about you guys. Just want to get on here and talk about a couple little issues. I don't want to talk too long tonight, because I don't want to drag it out. Maybe later on I'll make a better video. But, what do you think about the Whoopi Goldberg thing? She said what she said on The View, which is, I don't watch The View, but a lot of people does watch The View. They got some crazy thinking on there. I do believe Whoopi Goldberg has a right to her own opinion, whether it's smart or whether it makes sense or anything else. She has a right to her own opinion. And she, got booted for 2 weeks, time out or whatever. Whether it's Republicans or Democrats, whether it's a right view or a wrong view, we live in the United States. We ought to be able to say what we want, and we ought to be able to have an opinion. Whenever we're getting our First Amendment right is getting walked on, which it is, especially on YouTube and on Facebook, I have a problem with that. I think we should have our own opinions. We have our own voices, and we're allowed to say what we want to say, whether that's right or wrong. Okay? So that's kind of what I stand for. What do y'all think about the Russian thing? I mean, I seen where Joe Biden's supposed to be sending 3,000 troops over to Romania, and he's got 8,500, I think, called up and on the ready. Man, I just, I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death of our troops going over there. I hope, I'm going to have to say some prayers for our troops going over there. I'm really worried about them. More worried about the choices that he makes. He makes stupid choices, just like he made a stupid choice on the Afghanistan thing. So I really pray that our troops going over there and our troops that are over there, like Germany and Poland, are going to be safe and nothing goes down where any Americans get killed. So I just want to put that out there. But the weird thing about it is when you talk about the UN or the NATO, United States, we're the biggest supporters of NATO. Pretty much we are the NATO, and we got some little other countries with it, but we're pretty much the biggest supporters of it. We give the most money for it. I think it was like $680 million that we put towards NATO. So we spend big money, our tax dollars, we spend big money for that NATO stuff. And I'm not a big supporter of that. But I do support our troops, and I know they have to do what they're told to do, and I understand that, okay? But I'm worried about them. To me, they're the best. They're my heroes. Football stars, basketball stars, them clowns, they're not my hero. My heroes are them American soldiers and the soldiers in the past that's fought wars and our veterans. They're my heroes. They're who I look up to, okay? But what's crazy is, we're sending, Biden's sending, and we're sending 3,000 troops over to Romania to help protect the border, okay? So we're sending our troops over to protect a border of another country to make sure nothing happens, and to defend is what the NATO says. They're only for defense, okay? But yet, he won't send troops down to the border of our country, down there to Texas on our border, and protect our country. You'll send our troops across the world to protect the border, but you won't protect our border. Think about that, y'all. Really think about that. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. That don't make no sense. The gas prices are crazy. I filled up my work van is a big E250 work van, Ford van. Today I filled it up. It was $92 to fill that van up today. I was like, man, look at the gas prices, man. And you know what? I did my Joe Biden sticker thing. I did that. So thank you, John Huey Jr. I did hook it up today, that gas pump, but I need to order some more. I'm getting low on them. But you know, a lot of foolish stuff going on, and I just heard today that, you know, Biden, they took out one of the ISIS head members of the planner guy, you know, with the special forces guys and stuff, and it was planned back in December, and they deployed and went to get the guy. The guy blew himself up and blew children and his wives or whatever. I don't know. Who knows about the real story on that? We'll never hear the real story of that. They said they DNA and fingerprints shows that it was the guy that they were going after, and the guy actually blew himself up in the building that he was living in. So it wasn't our troops that actually took him out. He took himself out, and he's a coward because he took out women and children that were in that house with him. It was like a 3-story building or house. Looked like block house or brick house. But look at that coward, you know, blowing yourself up and blowing children and women up, and that's a coward, you know. But man, you know, we got a lot going on, y'all. We really got a lot going on. We got to pay attention to stuff, you know, and think smart, you know, and don't lose hope of nothing, you know. Pray hard, work hard, do what you're supposed to do out there, you know. You take care of your family, make sure everything's good, you know. The weather down here in Florida is pretty nice today. I would say it was in the 80s today. It wasn't hot, and it wasn't jacket weather, so I would say it was probably low 80s today. So the weather's been really nice for us down here. I know you guys up north are fixing to get a big storm up there, and hope the best for you. Stay warm, you know, and be careful. If you're having to travel or you're walking out the house, be careful, because you can slip or whatever, you know. But you know, just want to talk about some things, and man, there's just so much going on. It's hard to talk about everything, you know. Like the Joe Rogan Spotify thing. I don't know if y'all know who Joe Rogan is. You know, they're trying to hit Joe Rogan, you know, because he's saying what he says. You know, they say these conspiracy theories. You know, they say, oh, you conspiracy theory people, you know, and this and that. Well, they ain't conspiracy theories if they come true, y'all. How are they conspiracy theories? Let me know in the comments. How is it something a conspiracy theory if it don't come true? If it does come true, my bad. Also heard through some news that I was reading that over in China they were doing tests. They were doing tests on ivermectin, and they were doing it on animals, and it looked prominent on animals. They haven't tried it on humans, but it's prominent on animals, and it has like kind of killed the virus or the stuff that's going around. I don't want to say the word because they'll gig me, but they have seen it kind of be a little successful from what they're saying, that it is helping, but they haven't tried it in animals. But I heard that it is work, or they haven't tried it on humans, but they have tried it on animals, and it was showing positive results. But they'll have to do more testing and stuff like that, and more clinical trials and stuff like that to see if it works. But if it does, man, that's a good thing, you know. Seen where Finland, or no, not Finland, what was it? Was it Switzerland? I think it's Switzerland. They're opening up their country. They're going back to normal. They're not, no mask mandates, no, you know, this and that, no cards to show. They're going to open their country up and just go back to normal, you know, and which is, you know, I think that's the smartest thing. And, you know, I think we do need to, it's something we might have to just kind of deal with, you know. Just, you know, take care of yourself out there. Take your vitamins. Take you some vitamin C. Right now down here in Florida, they're picking the oranges, baby. So go buy you some oranges. Go buy you some orange juice. You know, drink some of that Florida sunshine. You know, it's good for you. You know, if you keep yourself up and take your vitamins and stuff and eat good, a lot of times that's good for anything. That's good for any kind of disease or anything that's out there. Is if you eat right, you take vitamins, you take care of yourself, you exercise, stuff that's going to keep you healthy. Sitting in the house, sitting on your butt, that ain't good for you. You know, get outside, get you some air. You know, get you some sunshine. Get you a little sweat on. You know, go outside and exercise, or go outside and work in the garden, or do something around the house. You know, that's good for you. You know, that's what people need to do. You know, sweat stuff out. You know, and I know there's stuff going on around here. A lot of people that I know has been getting sick, but not of what's going around, but of the flu and like bronchitis and stuff. So that stuff's been going around pretty rampant around here. But man, you know, and for everybody out there, you know, we need to unite. We don't need division within us, y'all. We need to really unite. You know, I know there's a lot of division out there already. You know, us patriots and us Americans, we need to try to unite. You know, and I seen the Greg Locke thing. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but the Greg Locke, you know, the preacher Greg Locke. I seen where he was supposed to be having like a book burning thing where he's burning these Masonic. He said Masonic, you know, like the Freemason stuff, these books and stuff like this, and he said it was evil and this and that. Look, I don't know about that stuff, y'all. I can't talk upon it because I don't know it. I know a lot of people in the Freemasons. I know a lot of people that is in the Shriners and stuff like that. I don't want to say nothing about it. I don't really have an opinion about it because I don't know it. I don't really know that stuff. I do know people that's in it, and the people that I know that's in it are good people. They're not, you know, bad people or nothing. So I really don't know. I can't really say because I don't know nothing about it. I have watched some stuff on it, and depending on, that's the thing about information, y'all. That's the thing when you go back and you look at history, and you go back and let's say you go on History Channel and you want to watch a show of something of history. You got to be careful because sometimes they twist words and they twist the meanings of stuff. So just be careful of where you get your information from, because sometimes you're getting information that's BS. So just be careful you're getting a reliable source if you're doing that. And I know these days it's all about fact check and facts. We need hard facts, and we need, you know, this and that, and that's the thing, man. That's the thing. And depending on if you go, you know, it's like Wikipedia. You go on there, man, you get all kind of BS on there. You know, one of the shows that I watch a lot is Steven Crowder's show, the Louder with Crowder show, and I listened to that, man. And they were going through that fact check thing, and they were finding like a bunch of stuff that Wikipedia was lying their butts off. I don't even want to say the bad word, lying their butts off about. You know, it's just people, you know, and really, if you think about it, these social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook and the news and stuff like that, it's government ran, y'all. It's government. That's government doing this. That's government. They have all control of it. You know? So it's like, you know, a lot of people believe the BS, y'all. They believe, you know, they'll believe anything. If I told them the sky was blue, they'd believe this, or the sky was purple, they'd believe it's purple. Instead of looking for themselves. Don't be a follower. I was always told, you know, there was one thing I was taught when I was a kid. I was always taught to be a leader, not a follower. You know, and you know, the old teachings that the older people had, they were really good, and I think some of them are getting lost. I think that some of it's not being handed down. But that was one thing that was taught to me was don't be a follower, be a leader. You know, and just because everybody and their mama is jumping off the bridge don't mean you have to jump off the bridge, you know. So stand up as a man and as a woman out there and make your own choices, you know. It's just like anything else, you know. Just because somebody tells you something doesn't mean it's a fact. Go and look at it yourself or see yourself, and then you'll know whether it's a fact or not. That's the thing about anything, you know. I mean, these days everybody's questioning everything. If you've noticed, like, everybody's questioning stuff these days. Ain't that weird? Like, everybody's like, they're questioning stuff that we know, that you know is a fact. They've done twisted us so much in the media, and they've done twisted us so much in social, and they've pushed this and pushed that, that a lot of people second guesses themselves. instead of standing firm on something they know is the truth and is the fact. You don't have to go look it up. I don't have to go look it up that there's a God. I don't have to go look it up. I know it. You know, come on. So it's like, I don't know. These people out here, some of these people are crazy, man. Crazy. You know, but it's good to see y'all guys, you know, and make a video and talk to you a little bit. I didn't have a whole bunch to talk to y'all about. Just a couple little issue things going around and stuff. And I'm still here. I've just been super busy looking for a house and you know, working and getting things, you know, set and stuff. But I'm still gonna be making videos. I just haven't made one in a little while, but and I'm bringing up better topics and stuff. You know, I've been kind of not, you know, it's good to take a break from that, from news and information. It's good to take and get you a little break from that, because it is overwhelming, you know. So we still need to make sure that we stand up and make sure that we watch what's going on and don't believe all the hype or the BS. But there's just times you need to take a little break from it, you know. And I guess I was kind of taking a little break, and also I was busy. I tell you what, I tell you this. This is a testimony tonight. I will give y'all some information. This is a testimony tonight. Prayers are answered. Okay. The other day, I asked God for something, and He gave it to me. Okay, that's the first one. I asked God for something else, and like it says in the Bible, you speak it, and He shall provide it for you. You know, you speak the words to Him, and He'll give you. He'll give it to you. It works, because that's the second prayer that's been answered. That is awesome. And I don't want to do it, y'all. I'm gonna announce it, but I want to wait, because I want it to be a surprise to y'all too, and all of my friends, and some of my closest friends knows what I'm talking about. But I will announce it at the right time. That it's a big step for us, and it's very important to me. But just wanting to make a good video for you guys and talk with you a little bit. You know, y'all got any comments or anything that y'all want to talk about, or y'all want to holler at me or whatever? I usually answer pretty good. If I don't answer, usually Stacy does on the comments. So if y'all ever want to ask a question or say hi to us, we'll hit you back up. We're not, you know, we're not big stars out here, y'all. We'll hit you back up for sure. So you know, just thinking about everybody out there, and I hope everybody's doing good and doing well. You know, I know it's rough times for everybody. You know, I still got to do my taxes, y'all. I haven't did my taxes either. You know, that'd be something I need to do, is get my taxes done. Hopefully they ain't gonna jab me too much, y'all. You know how it goes. But it's crazy, you know. And you got people, you know, I talked to a young guy today, and he was a black guy, and I've known him for probably a couple of years, but I'm not real tight with him. I did my best to explain that stuff to him, being his young man, believing that he believes what he believes. Okay, and I'm not going to get into the details, but it's like the old saying: you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink, y'all. That is the truth. I mean, you can lay hard facts out there, and I told him, I said, go check for yourself. Don't believe what I tell you. Don't believe what I tell you. You go look for yourself. You go look for yourself of what I'm saying, you know. And that way, you know, you don't need somebody telling you the facts. You need to go look up the facts, and you need to do your research, and research it from a good source. That means everything. Some of these people that's on like Wikipedia and stuff, these are just college kids or somebody that they don't have a PhD and they don't know nothing, and they're saying stuff that ain't facts. So, I mean, you got to have good, reliable sources of what you're getting and what you're talking about, you know. But we got a lot of stuff going on around here, you know. We always do. It's always something. Every day on the, and I'm pretty sure y'all see it too on the news and stuff. You pop on the news or you turn it on the TV, you see some kind of craziness going on. And it's always something new. If it ain't this, it's that. And ain't that, it's this. You know, it's like, buddy, when's that all going to stop? You know, sometimes I just want to go move in the woods. I want to be in the woods with the bears and the animals, and don't have to have nobody to deal with, because people are irritating. You know, things are irritating. Maybe that's the reason why some of my buddies that go out in the woods when they got all this stuff in their head, they go out in the woods and get themselves right. We don't have a lot of wood. We have woods down here in Florida, but we got a lot of swamps and alligators and stuff. But you know, just some weird stuff going around. You know, that Biden today, he did another thing, y'all. He went to, I guess it was, I seen just a little bit of it. I don't watch Biden too much. I get tired of watching him. He's so full of BS. I don't want to watch him. I don't like him. I don't like when he talks. I don't like when he walks. I don't like nothing about the guy. You know, I don't hate him, but I don't like him. I'm not supposed to hate, but I don't like him. Okay. And it's kind of funny that all that stuff's coming out about old Hunter Biden. Y'all see that? Man, y'all see all that information coming out about old Hunter Biden? All that, they call it propaganda or stuff that's just thrown out there, and people, some of these people ain't believing. It's coming out there that he's a dirty joker. And I think maybe it'll kick in one day and something happen, you know, and maybe they might arrest people over some of that stuff. They need to. But Biden today, he was at a school. It looked like he was at a school or a community center up in New York. And I think it was in Brooklyn. And there was a couple black guys in there, and they were, you know, saying who they were and introducing themselves and what they do and this and that. Get this. Now, these guys are against guns. These guys that they had on there, they were against guns and like violence. That's what they were saying. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just caught a clip of it. So guess what Biden does, y'all? This is funny. He goes up to the one black guy, and evidently the guy's got big arms, like he must lift weights or he's in real good shape. So Biden says, "Look at the guns on him," and they're like, "No guns here. We don't want guns." And he's like, "Oh, I done said the wrong word. I said the wrong thing." Yeah, you did, you idiot. You go into a place where they're trying to fight against this, you know, people with guns and disorder and all this violence and stuff, and you're sitting here giving a guy a compliment saying, look at them guns. He's talking about his arms when he said look at them guns. He was just saying it, but it was kind of hilarious because the guys were like, "No, we don't want no gun things around here." You know what I mean? They got enough gun violence going on because of the Democrats. But I thought that was kind of funny when it was live when I watched it, but I didn't watch I don't like watching Biden, y'all. I really don't. I like watching Trump, you know, and I like watching good stuff. And you know, the older I get, it's the weirdest thing ever. I guess getting older, you get smarter. But my dad used to tell me, he says, you know, just because people get older doesn't mean they get smarter. Some people get stupider. You know, some people walk around like a bunch of chickens. That's what Dad used to say. He said they're like a bunch of chickens. They ain't got no dang sense. So sometimes age doesn't mean you're smart. There's people out there that's older that's dumb as a box of rocks, you know, and they're not level-headed. They're not level-headed. I seen a bumper sticker. I was behind a van today coming home, and I was going through Brandon over by Tampa, and I got behind this guy, and he's driving this little transit van, and he had a sticker that had the number 45 on it, and it had a line through it, like no 45, you know, talking about our president, Donald Trump. I'm like, who's this idiot? I said, I gotta see who this, because he had like stickers that was like trashing Trump or whatever. So I said, man, I gotta see, when this guy pulls up beside me, I gotta see him. I gotta see what an idiot looks like. I look like this. I look down. White-headed man, old man. I'm looking over there, I was like, really? Really? You idiot. Really? I don't think these people suffered enough, y'all. I don't think they suffered enough. I don't think they suffered enough with Biden. I don't think they suffered enough because some of them people ain't waking up. You know, they're just, Biden's the best thing since sliced bread. You know, that guy's an idiot. He just got me scared though, because sending all them troops over there and he don't know what he's doing and he's a liar. I'm scared to death of our troops going over there, you know. And what can you believe these days from our government and from the president and the government and all that? What can you believe? They said, oh, they blew up this guy named I can't remember his name. He took over the Baghdadi guy that Trump took out when Trump was in office. Baghdadi or whatever. This is a guy that took his spot. You don't never get the truth. You don't never get the truth, and you're not going to, as long as you're getting spoon fed from these fake news. As long as they're spoon feeding you, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know, it kind of reminds me of a baby. You ever seen a baby sitting back there and the mama's feeding it? The mama gets some, the little canned food. Or not the can for the little jars of baby food, and the mama will get some peas. The peas is like the nastiest baby food there is. He gets the peas like this and go put it in that baby's mouth. That baby's like this. but yeah, you get like peaches or something in them little jars. And the peaches, I actually tried the peaches one time, and the bananas. Bananas is real good. You try that, you're like, man, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? But them peas, boy, them things are nasty. No wonder that baby makes a face when they eat that stuff. Man, that stuff is nasty. But just wanted to make a little video, and I know I've talked too long, and I'll be coming up with more stuff to talk about. And I got some topics. I do got some topics I want to talk about, but I kind of want to wait till later. And I got some things I want to reveal, but I'll wait for later. Just want to make a video and still say I'm out there. Share my stuff out to people, like it. Subscribe to me. Get your friends subscribed to me. Watch some of my videos. Some of them are pretty cool. You get to, see guns and different. I do different reviews on stuff, and I'll probably do a review video on something. I got something right here I can review that I like to use. Want to do a fishing video? Still haven't got around to it. This weekend will be yard sale. We're gonna have a huge yard sale down here in Florida, and we got to get rid of some stuff. So, if you're in my area, you live in Lakeland, look around for a yard sale. You might just come across me. We'll be selling a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff will be pretty cheap because a lot of stuff we just want to get rid of. We got too much of stuff. We just got to get rid of some stuff. But we just want to make a little bit of money off of it. If somebody comes up and they really want something and it's no big deal, I'll be like, sure, take that junk, man. What am I going to do with it? I'd rather go to somebody that's going to use it, But we're going to do a yard sale for 2 days this weekend. So this weekend I'm not getting to go fishing like I would love to, because I want to show y'all some good fishing videos. I got a brand new camera, and I hadn't even messed with it. I hadn't even took it out of the box. It's still in the box. I've looked at it, but I hadn't even took it out of the box. It's got all kind of stuff. The camera, I can actually mount it up somewhere, and it's got looks like a watch, and you can hit the button and it actually remote control. It actually turn the camera on and start recording. It does a lot of different features. I got to read about it, and I got to open it up and mess with it, and get good with it. But I just haven't got around to it. I've been super busy, y'all, so forgive me for being kind of neglecting y'all, but I've been super busy just doing working and the stuff. We've been looking at houses. We've been doing this. We've been doing that. Stacy's been working like crazy over here. She's making all the money. I thought I made good money. No, Stacy makes the money, man. She makes the real money. I make nothing. But still got the old Mustang, and sits there. We did take it for a ride. We did take it for a spin the other night, and sometimes I forget because it is a manual 6-speed. I forget how fun it is to drive it. It is super fun to drive. You get going down the road and you get cruising with it, And I'm so used to driving my work van all the time. It's like, man, you get in that work van and it's like clunky and it's like slow, but you get in that Mustang, it's like, yeah, it'll get it, But just wanted to make a little video. I love you guys. Like I always say, if you're a concealed weapon holder, wear that concealed weapon. If you're concealed weapon, not holder, if you're concealed weapon permit holder, wear that concealed weapon. If you're open carry in your state, open carry that pistol. We need more people to do that. We need more people to carry their weapons. And you know, and I always carry a knife. A knife is a guarantee. So when I carry my pistol, I got a knife. Okay? And when you go out in public, watch yourself, watch other people, make sure you're paying attention to what's going on around you, because there's shady stuff going down. And I don't care if you're in the safest state. I'm in Florida, pretty safe state, right? It doesn't matter. Wherever you're at, pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention when you're out in public. Pay attention to people and how they're acting, and don't get caught in the riffraff, and don't get caught off guard. Always watch yourself. And we were taught that a lot of times in martial arts. We were taught, always watch yourself. Always be ready to defend yourself. Even if you got to use these, you know, even if you ain't got a knife, even if you ain't got a gun, you got these. And guess what? These are just as bad as a gun or a knife, man. But you can bust somebody up, you know what I mean? And I always tell people, you know, tell your loved ones out there you love them. You might not get a chance to talk to them again. Something could happen to them. We just lost a good buddy of mine that I used to talk to on the phone, and he had a channel. It was Tracy Hensley. Rest in peace, brother. We love you. He was a good patriot, good friend to me. I want to send condolences to his family, tell his family, you know, that we really appreciate him. And he was a good buddy of mine. You know, I talk to him every once in a while, and he had videos and stuff. And some of y'all guys that know me and that knows him, but he was a real good guy, and he passed away, you know, a little bit, a couple days ago or whatever. Just say some prayers for him and for his family. I know it's a rough time when you lose a loved one like that. How I knew that it happened, nobody called me or nothing like that. His daughter posted it on Facebook that her dad was in ICU, and that he probably would not make it through it. And I don't even, to this day, I still don't even know what caused him to pass away. I don't know. I just know he's in a better place. He's looking down upon us, you know, and he's walking with Jesus, and you know, he's doing his thing, and we gotta keep in his memory. We got to keep fighting for our rights, and we got to keep being patriots and loving this country and loving God and loving our family. So Tracy, if you're watching tonight, brother, which I know you are over us, we love you. I'll see you one day and we'll talk some more. But love you guys. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll make a video probably sometime next week. See ya.